Just because it's trending doesn't mean you have to buy it. Today I have 7 designer bags that I don't think are worth it, or at the very least I think that you should second guess before parting with your money. Nobody is safe here today. We have bags from Chanel, Dior, amongst others, and they have various reasons as to why I don't think these are a great purchase. Guys, if you are new here, my name is Cassie and I'm a self-diagnosed luxury addict. I pack videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, so if you like luxury fashion, then you're probably gonna love it here. So head down there, subscribe, turn on the bell, become a member of our luxury addicted family. When are we going to rehab? Never. Okay, let's kick it off with the Roban tote. Now, I had LASIK, but I thought that I needed my eyes checking yet again when I saw the Roban tote, A, its popularity, and B, its price. This is a mesh tote. There are some pastel stripes going on there with some leather handles, and it has a zip pocket inside. Now I'm going to read you the description from the website. Described as a compact tote bag in woven mesh with saddle leather top handles and a single interior pocket. What a load of nothing. This bag barely exists, okay? It's translucent mesh. Listen, I love a mesh bag. I love mesh, I love perforation. I don't know what it is about it, but I do. So you've already sort of got me there. But this is so lackluster to me. I'm sorry if anybody out there is a fan. I'm sure that there are bags that I have and own that you hate. But to me, this is just not worth it any which way you cut it. I don't think it's worth it, A, for the price, but B, design-wise, what are we looking at here? I've got some great alternatives though, in case that is your vibe, but you two aren't quite 100% over the hill on it. Over the hill? Whatever that means. Okay, 3.1 Philip Lim has this sort of market bag tote. Again, it's got a little pouch inside for all your valuables or whatever else for a quarter of the price of the Row one. Again, around that same price point, stored. This one's fun. It's got green gingham on it. Great little tote. All of these suggestions that I have are far more substantial, in my opinion, than the Row one. And then you also have the Attico, who do, it's like a much bigger mesh, it therefore looks a lot more substantial. Again, it's an easy tote vibe. So in case any of those tickle your pickle a little bit more than the barn tote, I don't know, maybe I put something on your radar, but I don't think this is worth it. I don't think this is fab. I know that I'm biased because I'm not the Row person anyway, but the Margot, like, I can understand why. This one, I don't understand it. The Chloe Paddington bag is next up on the chopping block. So this is a reissue. She is 20 years down the line. They've decided to give her a nice little reboot. And this has been long awaited. There is actually a waiting list, well, a sort of sign up early release sheet on the website in case you're foaming at the mouth over this. It's a very cool, boho, relaxed style. It's not structured. It's made of really nice, supple leather. I get the vibe from this bag. My issue from this bag is the first time around, this bag weighed a ton because that padlock on the front of it is hefty. And I kind of get both sides here in that the heft of the padlock, you know, it feels luxurious, it feels expensive. If you've got a light dangly padlock, then that just feels like, ugh, that feels a little bit lackluster, that feels a little bit like, ooh, they've cut corners there. I don't know. So it's like, it's a hard one to balance. This is one that I don't necessarily think, get rid of it, don't ever think of it again, scrape this one off your wish list. I think that this is something that you need to try on in person because we need to see if they've managed to balance the weight there a little bit. If they haven't, then unless you are out here doing your reps and your curls and whatnot, this is going to weigh you down on your dailies, running around, doing your errands. This is going to be your hands sort of dragging it on the floor. So that's my concern with this. Vibes-wise, I think aesthetically, she's cool, right? Like, she's giving what she needs to give. I just think the practicality with this is a little bit, jury's out. The Dior book tote. This bag has been popular since it came out and it's not gone away. It's still very much in production. This is a bag that you can run out and buy today if you have the inkling to do so. Jonathan Anderson, as we know, new creative director of Dior, he's only showed men's, but as part of that, there's a lot of Dior book totes. And this time they have book titles on the book totes. So very literal interpretation there. My issue with this is, I will say again, there has been a change in the design ever so slightly. It looks like they have D-rings on the inside, which means that it is capable to crossbody. I think that this is fine in a smaller size, but this is an extremely structured bag, and there are die-hard book tote fans out there that love this structured vibe. Yeah, it's great for travel, those sorts of things. But if that is something that you're not 100% on board with, this is something that again, can weigh you down. It's something that can feel really cumbersome. Now it has the crossbody strap, so at least you can balance that weight out and you're not just top handling or crook of the elbow, you know, when you get those marks. We've all had them, right? When it's been eaten into your flesh. So at least you don't have to think of that. But I kind of think that in general, the excitement around the book tote has waned over the last few years. And you might sit there and go, yeah, well, that's because it's a classic. A classic isn't always meant to be hyped up and all of that. And just because something is hyped up doesn't mean it's great. True. But are we not sort of a little bit sick of this bag? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me and I'm being honest, okay? And I'm sorry if I've upset you. That's not I'm just talking about the bag, I'm not talking about you. So I feel as though rebooting something like this, when it's still very much a sort of like permanent piece, it feels different with the Lady Dior. He's doing the same thing to the Lady Dior. That feels different because you're seeing the Lady Dior done in like let's see. But the Dior book tote, I don't know. I felt like interest was petering off anyway. And now with the book titles, yes, it will get a little bit of a boost, okay? You might be caught in the hype. You might go, oh my gosh, I don't have a book tote. Do I need this one? Okay, because it has this fun book title on it that maybe means something to me. I don't know. I think that there are better bags. I think there are better bags that are totes. I think that this is overly structured, and maybe I had a bag of very similar structure to this that I got rid of. So I think that's something in there that I'm trying to stop you from making the same mistake. I just found it annoying to carry. And there is no forgiveness in this bag, okay? It doesn't like soften up unless you get the leather versions, but let's talk about just the canvas ones. I also think that depending on which book you get, that's a lot of design on that tote. I'm talking Dracula. That's a lot of yellow and red to deal with on a daily basis, okay? So keep that in mind. But something that we've seen a lot, and I'm like, was it too soon to reinterpret it? Did we need to just like keep it on the back burner for a bit, couple of seasons in, then give it a little bit of fire? I don't know. I don't make those decisions. But here are some other alternatives just to put them on your radar. The Fendi Summer Tote. Don't be put off by the fact that it says summer tote. It's just because it's got this sort of raffia-ish ruffles down the side, fringing down the side, okay? Great bag. It's fabric, so it's going to soften up. It's going to mold to you a little bit more than the book tote. Even if you want to stick with Dior, the large Dior Toujours tote, I think, has much better functionality. No matter what size of this tote, the handles can move from a top handle to a nice shoulder strap. And I think that's much easier to carry. It's in leather. It has the Dior canage, you have the little Dior charms. That feels like a better option to me personally. Even if you want something structured, but not quite the same thing, the Ferragamo Hug Bag comes in a range of colours, loads of different designs, whatever. Let me just put some things on your radar, okay? Don't come for me, please. Oh, gosh. I might get in some hot water today. The Chanel Heart Bag. This bag was a runaway success from the minute it was released in 2022. 3 years ago, okay? Let's lock that in. It is now 2025. This is for the pre-fall 2025 collection. This bag wasn't on the runway. This bag has nothing to do with any of the designs that was on the runway. If this runway was, I don't know, romantic and heartsy, then I would see, okay, they want to do a version of the heart bag, whatever. This makes no sense to me. As we know, Chanel is in transition. We're waiting for Mattia Blaisy's first collection to walk in September, October. This to me just seems like a little bit of like a lazy, oh, let's just push something out because things haven't been doing so well and people loved this 3 years ago. It's only been 3 years. It's kind of lost its magic. The revived version, I mean, sort of has lost its magic. If you're going to get one, get the one from 3 years ago. Fair enough, the sizes might not be the same. They're doing two in a sort of larger size, a pink and a silver, and then there's a bag charm version that has like a little chain wristlet that you can put on. It's cute, whatever. But for this, it's just like, I don't know why they did it. I could give you other heart bag options here, but if you're in the market for a Chanel heart bag, you're in the market for a Chanel bag. You don't want an Elia Lacquer, you don't want, Saint Laurent is coming out with like a metal heart, it's really cool, but whatever. You're not interested in that. Part of it is because it's Chanel. In which case, I would say save your money and wait for Mattia Blaisy's first collection with the brand. Or if you're really in love with the heart bag, I don't know, get one from 2022, because this just feels like it's I don't know. It felt extremely lazy to me. The Prada raffia bag / the Chloe raffia bag. It's been a while since I've spoken about my thoughts on this raffia tote, and so I think it's time. This is absolutely not worth it. It wasn't worth it when they launched and they were under $1,000, but now the Chloe one is $1,300 and the Prada one is $500 more than that. This is a lackluster, sad little tote. I'll give you one thing for it. It can be packed very well because it folds into nothing. It's a flat tote. I don't see how this is that much better from like a goodie bag branded tote that you get at something. I don't know, maybe I'm sorry. Listen, I've had my coffee matcha mix and I am riled up. I don't think this is worth it. I don't. I think that there are so many other raffia and crocheted bags that actually have some pizzazz and some personality that are much worth it. I mean, even the brands themselves have other raffia options, you know, Prada and Chloe, but might I just suggest Jacquemus? Jacquemus does some really great raffia bags this season in some interesting shapes. There's like a round one you can put your arm through, and there's a square one, and it just feels a little bit better, especially in terms of price point for something like that again is going to pack easy, and it's going to have a little bit of sass that the other ones I think are failing to deliver us. The next one is the Coach Kisslock, and this one again sold out its first drop. It is going to be restocked in the autumn, so let me just get ahead of the game for you here. This is not one that again I'm like, don't buy it, it's the worst, whatever. This one is more, I want you to think about the ways that you're going to use it, because I think similarly about this bag as I do my Fendi First. It is an oversized clutch that has a shoulder strap. This Coach bag is big. You're going to want to fill it. That on the shoulder, it's kind of annoying. So keep that in mind, like an oversized clutch on the shoulder, weighing down. Okay, let's put that aside. But also the sort of vibe of this bag, it comes through when it's sort of clutched, right? That's where it looks effortless and cool and slightly ridiculous, but in a really fashiony way. I think that's how it looks the best. But if you fill this, it is going to be really cumbersome and annoying, and it's going to feel like a commitment. That is my little PSA, little have a think about that one, and think about the ways that you really want to use this bag. Generally though, I think the quality is great, it looks very cool, but just practicality, I want you to double think on that one. Let's finish off with the Saint Laurent Gaby vanity bag. So I've done a whole video on the fact that vanity bags are very much having a moment. Brands keep dropping them, and this one from Saint Laurent is particularly popular. This is the Gaby. It's sort of got these rounded sides. It's a little bit wider than I think most vanity bags. It's also sort of slimmer, slightly slimmer and a bit wider, I think. It's got sort of rounded sides, zip across the front. You have the quilted leather, and you have the Cassandra YSL logo in the middle there, top handle and crossbody strap. Nothing actually wrong with this bag. I just think that there are better options out there. I think that sometimes when it comes to Saint Laurent bags, even though the shape is slightly different, the execution is the same across the board. Should I do a video on why I only have like one YSL bag? Let me know. So I sort of have, that's my sort of thing with Saint Laurent. And I feel like this is just that again. I think that there are better options. No shade if you have this bag, and if you love it, that's all that matters. Who am I? I'm just a random person running my mouth on the internet, whatever that means. So I think that there are much better options. Okay, Fendi has just released one that's a little bit more cuboidy, and again, you've got the zip across the top, but I like the fact that not only do you have the embossed FFs all over the bag, but you also have the little zip pulls, have the little Fendi baguette logo there that I just think pulls it all really well together, and it'll match with a lot. I don't know what, I just really like this one. I think it's executed really well. You also have the Bang Bang Vanity, but that comes at a very different price point than the Saint Laurent Gaby, and I like that bag as well. But also have a look at Celine. Celine do a few different sort of vanity style bags in different shapes. More rounded ones, more sort of squarey, little cubey ones that I just think are a little bit more interesting than the Saint Laurent one. Okay, there we go. Let me know if you agreed with me on anything. Let me know if you vehemently think I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments. I am going to leave a link to another video over here in case you haven't already seen it. Have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And in the words of my father,
if you've enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you haven't, keep your mouth shut.
I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.